Hey Virgo, I hope that you're all doing well. We are starting off the reading with the Two of Swords. When we have Two of Swords, we can be, and we have Hermit as the second card. This is your card. You can be thinking about a decision that you don't maybe feel ready to make yet. When we have Two of Swords, we can be looking at something and feel like we don't have the clarity that we need in order to move forward yet. So we're really just kind of like reviewing, we're thinking, we are doing the inner work to connect and try to find clarity. You can be just like tuning in, you can be meditating, you can be really anything that's going to help you look at the important details of a situation and then figure out what exactly you want to do about it. And you can just feel like, I'm still thinking about it, I'm not totally there yet. You can also be seeing if you have any blocks right now too. And when I say blocks, I mean like any desire that would be getting in the way of you seeing things as they are. Which can come from like, you know, sometimes we don't want something to be true, or we think that we don't want it to be true, or we know that if we really admit to something, then we're gonna have to do something about it. You know, like there can just be something like this that's going on here. Or you can just like straight up feel like just unsure about this and what decision is really the right decision. So you're not feeling very motivated to be doing something about this right now. You can know that you kind of need to, but you can feel just like the energy is not really there. You can also, like, some of you, you're not feeling good about yourself, or this can just be like not feeling good about this situation. I see some heavier stuff that's going on right now. It's like, you know that you don't feel at peace. You know that this is a problem. You know that something needs to be done about it, but you can just be like, life has just been feeling so... It's like whatever is like your sunshine and your motivation to be moving through things, you can feel kind of disconnected from that right now. And so getting on this and doing something about it, it kind of takes motivation to do this right now. You cannot feel connected with the motivation. You can also be feeling kind of run down. And when you get run down like this, it can be a time where it's more difficult to like control the inner narratives, because I'm seeing something that can feel like a lot of like criticism, a lot of self-judgment. There can be these sorts of things that start coming up when you're already not feeling good. It's like really kicking you while you're down, but I'm seeing this be more so like inner dialogue that's happening, because maybe you also know like I need to do something about it, and you're like, why am I not taking more action or taking more initiative with this thing? Like, why don't I have clarity about this? Why don't I have an answer? And then it's like you know that you don't feel good about this, like something needs to be done, you want the problem to be solved, but it's just like nothing really moving around. Feels like a whole bunch of this that's happening, like very uncomfortable is the way that this is feeling to me. It feels as well like you may need time to recharge, and you may also be like telling yourself you're not allowed to have that. Like maybe you actually need peace and stillness right now, and you can have something going on where it's like this part of you that just is like cracking the whip right now and maybe not allowing you to have this. And maybe it's just something that you really need right now. Like I feel like you need to be like nourished in some way that it feels like it's missing here. Don't know what you want, maybe don't feel open to what you want. Maybe you kind of do know what you want, but know you're going to have to face certain things that you don't want to face in order to do that. I feel you being like really, really hard on yourself right now. You're going to have the breakthrough, I'm seeing. But what this looks like is that something's going to have to be put in the ground in order for this to happen. I'm seeing death on the bottom of the deck. I think that you're actually already extremely clear on this situation, but you know that it may be, what's the word that I'm looking for here? Controversial. But there's something that you're just like not really feeling anymore, and I don't know, this can be like you bringing this to somebody's attention and they may be opposing what you have to say about this or like what you want here. This can be your own feelings of like invalidating what it is that you want to create, what you want for yourself, something like that. Like, meaning if you feel like you don't have the right to actively connect with the things that you want to connect with for your life to unfold in a particular way, this is going to feel really difficult. Like, you're going to have to give yourself permission here. And I'm also seeing that there's something that you have an intention that you would like to take action with within your life to create. But there are things that are opposing this, and you're going to have to confront that if this is going to happen. And that may be why you haven't been doing anything about this, because you know that it's not like it's creating a problem. It's just like the stuff that's opposing what you want to be doing here. You are going to have to confront it, and you may be like, I don't have the energy to do it right now. But then you're kind of stuck here in this space. Yeah, it can be like where you don't trust yourself, where you deny access, where you don't feel good about yourself. This can be bringing up like where you actually feel insecure and you play off of that. I'm seeing an 8 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. What do you not want to do anymore? This can also be like a fear of judgment too. Like, I know what I want, but if I really did that, people would have something to say about it. Some people wouldn't agree. You know, some people may give me a hard time about it. And I don't know if I feel that secure within myself to step forward and do this. So I think that this is helping you to kind of like, to find yourself, to find your way, to find your voice, to find your self-expression. And some of you too, like maybe you have somebody that's like bothering you at work or something like that. You can have somebody that's maybe harassing you a little bit. I see some of this too. Like maybe that's also something that needs to be confronted. It's not the only place, but for some of you, I'm definitely seeing something like that going on here. But what this can be doing is that it can be reinforcing like your own insecurities of like you not being useful, you not being helpful, you not having something to offer, you know, like it can, you know, like if somebody says something to you and you don't believe it, it ends up just like sliding right off of you. But if somebody says something to you and there's a part of you that believes it, whether it's true or not, if you believe any part of it, it's going to stay with you. I see this sort of thing that's been happening, where this is just a reflection of your own inner landscape, but it may feel really not good. So there's something like that that's been going on here. And I mean, with the 8 of Cups, I don't know what you're going to end up doing. Is there like stuff that you have going on where if you were just a little more confident, you would be taking action here? Because I think there's this part of you that's coming online and saying that you feel a type of way about this. I think that there's another part of you that maybe feels like you have to prove yourself a little bit, and then they're like not agreeing and you're just tired of having this inner battle. So really the need is to, I think, get to a point where you're clear on what you want. And then what I'm seeing is that what you really want and what you're really envisioning for yourself, if you're going to go in that direction, there is something that you are going to have to confront. There's no way to get around it. Otherwise, you're just going to be sitting on this and it's going to be something that's like left as a seed that never blooms into anything. But like that seed is there and it's wanting to bloom within you. Like this really is something that you want to act on, but you're going to have to confront the narratives within you that aren't allowing you to do this, that are like actually getting in the way of you doing this. And it can be stuff that comes from a place of criticism and self-judgment. And insecurity. So yeah, like I actually think that you're clear on this situation. You just may not want to have to like confront what has to be confronted here. And yeah, this can also be your own insecurities about like taking care of yourself. This can be your own insecurities about providing what you need for yourself. That can be something that's coming up too with this. Of being that person that you need to rely on. So I think a lot having to do with your self-worth can be coming up, and how that impacts your self-expression or lack thereof. But like overall you haven't been feeling good, and I'm seeing you want a change, but you're just gonna, it's like you can want the outcome of the change but not feel motivated to do the things that would kind of like allow the change to happen. So I think that's really the part of you that you have to work with here and be like, well, if you want the outcome of this change, why am I not really willing to put in the work to actually do these things? Maybe you're also learning how to be more present to yourself emotionally. Yeah, there's like something about this judgment that has to be let go of. I think that this is like a fear of judgment more than anything. And that's what's getting in your way. So there is like a fear of perceived judgment that is a barrier right now. But if you're willing to work with it and move through, it's not going to get in your way. But this is what's not been allowing things to move forward for you. Yeah, I get this thing again, like Eight of Swords and King of Pentacles is giving this feeling of you not believing in yourself. Which is crazy because King of Pentacles is qualified, so this is just like all an inner reflection. It's not really an external reality. Yeah, I'm seeing you haven't been expressing yourself fully, but you know what? The thing about all of this is that this is not you being like I don't know who I am and I don't know how to like express what I don't understand. This feels like the self-awareness is there. You know what you want to express. You're just like not doing it. So it's not even like you don't know how to like show up or you don't know how to express yourself. You do. It's just like a choice not to because of the fear of judgment that's associated with this. And like not giving yourself permission to exist and just like be yourself. So that's where this is coming from. And this is something too where it's like It's like, you know what you want to connect with, you know what you like, you know what you feel passionate about, and like not letting yourself go for those things. You know what would actually feel like worth it to you, but not letting yourself go towards those things. Yeah, I think overall that where this is coming from is like, there are certain things that would be great fits for you, but you're going to have to leave behind the stuff that you settle for. Because what I'm getting is that if you believe that anything could work out for you and you could land in any ideal situation and it would be what you need, I'm seeing you immediately know where you want to go. So like, why is that not happening? And it's because of this like insecurity and this like believing in like this like lack of worthiness and lack of usefulness and like these sorts of things. That's where this comes from, and that's what is really holding you back. It's not that these situations are holding you back, it's like how you relate to these situations, what you believe that's telling you about yourself, and that's what's connected with this. But like, if you would really just let yourself do what you want and go where you want, you already know what those things are, you're just not letting yourself do it. And it can be because you're scared that if you go in that direction, it's somehow going to be reinforced that like you don't deserve to be there, or you're not going to get like paid to be doing that, or you're not going to be appreciated, or that like things are going to fall through and it's not going to work for you. So then you just hold yourself back and you stay in this situation where you feel like you're settling and you don't feel happy with it. So yeah, I see a lot of stuff having to do with like your self-worth and your self-expression that's tied to this. Because you know what you want to create, but the way that this is coming through is that you don't, there can be a part of you that really doesn't want to confront this part of you, and so you're telling yourself you don't know what you want and you don't know what to do and you feel kind of clueless, but I'm not actually seeing that be the case. It's more so like you have to confront certain things within you that you may be avoiding confronting, and that's why, but you have a solid sense of direction. It's just like your own insecurities that are getting in the way of you going that way. And that's really what's stopping you. And that's what's keeping you in this place where you know within your heart that you're settling. Like, you know that's what it is. But I think that there's this part of you that may believe that that's just what you deserve. And that's why you stay in this situation. Because you're disconnected from the part of you that's like, that knows that this doesn't work. And knows that there can be more. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting and tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.